we have a new series on KN which is based on the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. Using the objection page we will make our own cases to be judged. The first part is already on and you can see it by clicking on the links in our Creativity forum. The series is titled New Series on KN Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney KN at Law and bring interesting cases. Enjoy. It was the theme of the week everywhere, wherever you were, so we just couldn't avoid to have a little discussion about this on our forum too. Yes, you've guessed what I'm talking about, American elections. The campaign finally ended and American president was elected just right on Bonfire Day. Discuss the topic. We presented the new series last week on our forum called KN at Law, and you could watch it by clicking the links in the topic which lead to objection pages where we created certain objection cases. But now the series KN at Law comes to KN TV. First episode is on now and is titled Phoenix Wright, The Missing Turnabout Part 1. Everything is a bit different than the series on the forum, but it's great. Come and watch it. Just today quite some games will be giving in stores and this should be one of the biggest launch weeks ever. We bring the list of the games released today and we also discuss the topic on our forum. Join us in discussion and tell us which among the released games you would like to buy or you will buy them definitely. Our staff already put their lists out. Good evening from Nightghost and Knight-Nui staff. This is occasion to celebrate. Yes, that's right, celebrate because we have a lot to celebrate this week. First, this is 10th edition of our Knight-Nui news and I hope this 10th edition will be just as good as it was the first one or maybe even better. Then at the very beginning of redaction of this edition here it comes. Rip celebrated his 11th birthday and for this occasion he was appointed to become KN moderator. So here is one more of us who besides our good admins care for our forum. Congratulations Rip. In our Doctor Who forum we bring the news that Doctor Who this month celebrates the 45 years anniversary since it was first broadcasted. I'm praising the day it happened. Congrats Doctor Who. It's finally almost here. The new look KN website will be the biggest and best yet, and is coming out in around a month. It'll be updated daily, with new reviews, articles and more. It'll be the main hub for KN, and it'll be coming along in nearly December. More details closer to the time, including the exact date and a preview. Good evening. This week we're really excited as our 100th edition is really close now. 5 weeks ago, when we started celebrity reminders in our regular editions, it all seemed so far from 100th edition, but now we're already deeply in preparation and we're trying to implant some new things for this occasion as well. However, before this all happens we have to go with our 99th edition first. We have quite some news and we'll say something more about our celebrity week as the news continue too, so we better begin. As we said at the beginning already and as we are repeating already quite some time in our news, 100th edition is on the way and it's closing up with enormous speed. Next week, Saturday 4th September will be the day when we will really have the right and opportunity to celebrate. We want you to be informed about everything what is happening around this edition and also in the future as well, so we opened a new Twitter channel for you. There you will be able to follow our progress and preparations of this celebrity edition, and after it will be broadcasted the channel will serve as the main update about the future news broadcasts. You're warmly invited to follow 9 News on Twitter at the address http://twitter.com/9news. For celebration of 100th edition of our news, we are announcing Celebrity Week on the way, happening the whole week before broadcasting. We will have article on our site, daily themed flashbacks from previous news in which you will be able to see what music we used, what scenes we prepared, what really big happenings we reported about among those we weren't able to put in those 5 weeks flashbacks which are already behind us, and more. This we can announce for sure, but we will try to go really celebrity, and with a little of luck we will broadcast live on Saturday approximately at 8 p.m. UK time. All about this you will be updated via our Twitter account, so stay tuned to our network to be informed. It was planned already for a very long time, but obviously only now the time was right to do this. Some of you maybe have guessed what we're talking about, but let's listen just for a second before we report about the whole thing.
Hello, and welcome to the first ever www.Knight-Nui.com podcast.
Yes, you're right. We're talking about our first ever podcast on our site. The podcast was released this week and is set to be monthly from now on. Starring our head admins Knight-Nui and Granka, with a lot of news about our forum, gaming and TV stuff, and a lot of discussion going on about released and upcoming games. If you didn't listen to it yet, you are invited to our site where you can either listen to it or download and listen over and over again. Whatever you prefer, our advice is to sit comfortably and enjoy every single bit of it. Thank you for downloading and listening. We're continuing with 3DS previews, but due to other articles and features on our site, this week only 2 were released. This week's previews are
Dragon Quest and Cupid Ninja.
Enjoy reading. Here we go with reviews again. For this week, Knight-Nui prepared an interesting one for you again. Art style intersect surely is the game which can be addictive and which will kill your time even before you blink. Saying you want 5 minutes with it, it will end in at least an hour or so, but it worth a try if you're a puzzle action games lover. Why? Simply go to our site and read the review written by Knight-Nui and you'll get the answer to this question as well. Even review itself is interesting enough when reading to go and give the game a shot. Featured article is the feature which once already was present on our site, but then it was somehow interrupted. It's back again, and if we previous week could read about lost plots in the game, or better, are they even needed in every game, this week Knight-Nui prepared us a character study. Did you ever question yourselves who Samus Aran is? If not, then it's just the right time to read our study about this, for me, magnificent character from Metroid games. In the 4-parter article you are able to read really in-depth study of development of Samus Aran, who wasn't even so important character at the beginning, but she growed and she simply is Samus Aran. Enjoy reading.
I felt that